Hey there, horror fans! If you love cheesy creature features, then buckle up, because I'm diving into Stephen C. Miller's latest Werewolves. Imagine this: supermoons, veiny muscles in the rain, and tons of werewolf carnage. Yep, it's all here, and starring none other than Frank Grillo. So grab some popcorn and let's break it down. Alright, here's the pitch. A supermoon event from last year has left humanity with a bizarre mutation. One touch from a werewolf and bam! You're a howling beast under the next moonlit sky. Frank Grillo's our stoic, muscle-bound hero, leading two scientists in a desperate fight to stop the spread before the next lunar disaster. If that doesn't scream late-night VHS rental from Blockbuster's golden era, I don't know what does. First up, what works? Nostalgic charm. The movie oozes B-movie energy in the best way possible. If you've ever rented films like Python, Carnosaur, or Jack Frost, this will hit your nostalgic sweet spot. It doesn't shy away from its campy roots, embracing every trope with glee-dramatic slow-motion rain shots, over-the-top goodbyes, and werewolves so rubbery you can almost smell the latex. Next, practical effects love. Creature effects legend. Alec Gillis lends his expertise to the werewolf suits, and while you can tell someone's inside them, that's part of the fun. It's a throwback to the era of practical effects, where imagination filled in the gaps that CGI sometimes overcompensates for today. And of course, over-the-top action. When the claws come out, so does the chaos. Werewolf on werewolf battles, humans getting shredded, and even gunfights pepper the runtime. It's absurd, it's messy, and honestly, that's what you signed up for. Now let's talk about what doesn't quite hit the mark: the budget shows. While the movie aims for the stars, budget constraints hold it back. For every epic werewolf brawl, there are long stretches of characters talking in dimly lit rooms. It's clear they didn't have the money to go all out, but the pacing suffers when you're stuck in scientist exposition mode instead of seeing wolves tearing it up. Next, missed opportunities. The backstory of the supermoon that turned 1 billion people into werewolves is fascinating, but we don't get to see it. Imagine the chaos of a waiter turning mid-shift and biting off someone's head. That's the kind of unhinged energy the premise deserves, but this film plays it safe, focusing on a smaller, more manageable scope. And finally, overly earnest moments. There's an abundance of emotional goodbyes, but they drag the pacing. For a movie that should be leaning into its ridiculous premise, these scenes often feel out of place. So, final thoughts. Werewolves is not trying to be the Godfather, and it's not pretending otherwise. It's a love letter to cheesy creature features that knows exactly what it is. If you're in the mood for nostalgic fun, practical effects, and a movie that doesn't take itself too seriously, this could scratch that itch. Is it groundbreaking? No. Is it the cinematic equivalent of a late-night junk food binge? Absolutely. If you're the kind of person who fondly remembers VHS-era monster movies, or just wants to laugh at how delightfully silly werewolf transformations can get, Werewolves is worth a watch. Just don't go in expecting Oscar-worthy storytelling. What do you think? Would you give Werewolves a shot? Or do you have a favorite cheesy creature feature from the past? Let me know in the comments. And hey, if you enjoyed this review, don't forget to like, subscribe, and stick around for more breakdowns of movies you never knew you needed in your life.